Anyway, hi. I'm lying on Discord? Where? Yeah, hi guys. Yeah, I know, guys. I know, I'm super late. But you know, problems happen. Melfi, I'ma just say, I don't think I'm a professional. I don't think I'm licensed or I got the credentials to really aid you in that particular question. Anyway, let's roll the wheel. But yeah, we got Karam, Carr, You Really Thought, Boobok, Isaac, Booga, Astros, Aiko, Melfi, Teddy, Jace, Brian, Karma, what's up? Shane, hello. Melfi trying to up the female viewer count. True. What's up, Boyd? But so you may have noticed that I was a little late on the whole 4:30 thing that I had scheduled, and that's because, fun fact, as per the title of the stream, a problem popped up as I was prepping, an actual pretty big one too. A pretty big problem. So I was getting my dinner ready, I was doing the prep work. I was putting some chicken in a marinade, and the bag container I had my chicken to put the marinade in. I put the marinade in the bag, and then it just kind of sits there. Yeah, it was leaking. So all that marinade was just kind of leaking all over the counter. And I was just, so I had to, transfer the stuff into another bag and clean up that mess. So that was fun. Yeah. True, Bubak, true. But anyway, you came here for LL, true. That is a Skellig. Speaking of, I have not done the Skellig video yet. I haven't even recorded yet, but we'll get into that. First off, do I have any empty boxes? I do. Sick. Oh yeah. Aren't these all secret ability? They are. So I was going to do a how to use Chienta way back in the day, and LSU gave me a clever nimble set that was meant to check Glissadia without the need of a metal type. And for some reason, I got really stubborn with the UPs because I had a secret ability lead, and it took me almost an entire box. There was another row up here before I got the right one. So that's fun. Oh yeah, Glissadia and Charonix, by the way. It was meant for Charonix and Glissadia. So that was fun. No. I already had this. I just never made the video. I was just explaining why there's a whole box of just Leopold just sitting in here and why they're all secret ability. But yeah, that was good. That was going to be like the one funny set of the video anyway. But anyway, that is a maid with a T-Rex or U-Tyrex or whatever they're called. But anyway. What was I talking about? Yeah, so I haven't done the skeleton video. I haven't done any recording actually. I know what the Loomian is called. I meant the creature. The creature was I already know this is U-Typhoon. I just meant like the creature it's based off of anyway. Come here. I know it's easier to do this without something that moves you, but Oh, sick. But anyway, yeah, I haven't done any recording, which is interesting considering, what was that Discord post I made? No. It wasn't even the Discord post. It was, I did make a poll on the 21st. U-Tyrannus, thank you. There was a poll on the 21st about how to use I'd like to do, and it's been, a little over a week since I've done that. I have full intentions of doing the Skellig thing. I even have notes written down. I even have notes written down for like you know, what to say during it. I don't plan on doing an actual scripted video. I just plan on having notes and going from there, because I hate the way I sound when reading a script. But yeah, despite having all of that set up, I still have not recorded the video. And to all of you asking, to the like 5 of you that may be asking why, I ask myself every day now, because I've had time every day so far since the 21st to record it. That's the problem. What's the problem? Wait, I haven't gotten into the problem yet. What's the problem? Hold up. If you know something I don't, share. Hey, if you know something I don't, I would love if you shared. I'm lazy. Oh, okay. All right. Well, glad we've got that figured out. All right, time to end stream, guys. All right, cool, sick, awesome. Anyway, yep. It's as simple as that, guys. I'm just lazy. While I am a lazy person overall, it's not to the point where it's just like, oh, I just refuse to do stuff. Normally, at least. But anyway, because if I was truly someone... Oh, actually, let's try and make that a little bit easier for me. All right. Yeah, oh my gosh, 2 people known from Doodle World, not necessarily Doodle World players, because I don't think Void plays much anymore, although I'm not entirely involved myself, so I don't actually know. What do the shards from the UMV do? They give 2 UPs instead of 10, but they're pretty darn common. As you just saw, I got 2 right then and there. The average amount of... oh boy, I'm not getting this. Yeah. You don't like sharing. You're going to eat the crayons yourself. All right, you know, fair enough. You suggested like 15 doodles to be nerfed, but how many to be buffed? Because a good patch is mostly buffs. So if there are 15 nerfs, I expect way more than 15 buffs. Patches should mostly be buffs. I do, but like it needs to be both, obviously, because if it's only buffs, then like power creep. Fun fact, that is a very real thing if you only buff. Plus 5 health to McGuire. Oh yeah, those fake buffs and fake nerfs. Oh yeah, we love those. Those are the most fun. But what was I talking about? And fun fact, what I'm about to get into actually relates to this whole problem of me always forgetting what I'm doing mid execution. Which is actually, so what I've been having, you know, these past few years, let's start there. Let's start here. Because talking is hard. So as we know, basically since Loomian started, or if you would like to put it in a different way, since Brick Bronze died, my channel has not exactly been consistently active. I think we can all, you know, we all have the ability to observe, you know, that kind of reality. I think we've all identified that is indeed true. I don't think anybody's going to try and contest that, right? All right. All right, cool. Glad we're all on the same page there. All right, cool. So, I died? Yeah, I died. Yep, that's exactly what I said. Yep, I died. I'm dead, guys. What? This has been recording this whole time. Yep. Pre-recorded. 6 years in advance, by the way. How to stop being lazy. Okay, dude. Yep. That's exactly what I'm getting into. Yep, I'm just super lazy, guys. That's what it is. Yep, problem solved. Just don't be lazy, forehead. But I have been asking myself if I'm just lazy, why not just? I mean, I could just. What do I mean? Talk about problems. Well, you see, I have issues that I wish to vocalize with you. Also, I just made a huge misplay. You should always go for sharks first. But, oh wait, was there another one? No, okay, I'm just, schizo. Anyway. Just boss up, stop being lazy. Exactly, guys. Just do it. Just do it. Anyway, problem solved, stream ending. See you guys some other time, I guess. But anyway, I carry a journal with a list of video items I wish to address. I've actually had that before, and it's like, obviously you should always write down your ideas. But, oh, well, I was one off. Am I neurodivergent? I actually have no idea, but I've never, that's never been a thought to come across. But when is Fairlight coming out? True. Absolutely true. Also, what is a Fairlight? Never heard of it in my life. Oh, I'm bad. Anyway. Is Arceus not getting flare bullets anymore? The ability, or the move was supposed to come with the ability nerf, but the ability's not getting nerfed anymore, so we can assume. Is YouTube my main source of income? All right. I want you. Let's play a little game. Play a little game. You look at this. You look at this. And you tell me. Is YouTube my main source of income? You tell me. Red circle, true. The side hustle, true. They'll have 5 million ads? No, probably not. I think it's a little lower than that. But what's up, Semi? Okay, so as I said before, wait, what did I say before? Dear God. Oh yeah. I haven't been active on YouTube. I have not been active since Brick Bronze died. Even with Loomian, even with Loomian coming out, I just did not ever become really active. DOT sucks. Oh yeah. Thank you, Semi. We needed your input once again. Does he listen to my ideas? It's not like he if I request something, it's a 100% thing, but like he does take stuff into consideration, or he might do a variant of what I ask. Like, for example, without spoiling anything, I did ask him the other day, because I asked, hey, since Bellaforge is going to eventually lose Scorching Skin, is there any way to change Forge to work similarly? The current effect isn't good for Bellaforge, and people really want to keep Scorching Skin, because people like Scorching Skin Bellaforge. And he told me that there will eventually be a stream where he goes through all the buffs and nerfs again, and he kind of goes through the community, he goes through it all, and he, asks for input. So there's a chance for Forge. When will Loomian Legacy tournaments come back? For me, when they fix secret abilities. When they fix secret abilities, I will go back to doing Loomian tournaments. Oh no, Tsushima, there's plenty of things I can do, unironically. Like make them easier to get? Basically, yes. But yes, basically what I'm saying is Jamie doesn't ignore the things I ask for. But it's not a thing of if I ask for it, it will happen. Introduce secret ability pity. That's not at all. Secret abilities aren't that bad? No, they are pretty darn bad. I don't care. If you are a person who spends all day on Loomian Legacy rallying and stuff, and you get your stuff, cool. I don't think the average player wants to spend super long times going through secret abilities because they are, they're locked behind an arbitrary RNG role that you could spend an undetermined amount of time, investing into. And then some people will be like, oh, but you can just AFK and do something else. Yeah, but that still doesn't let me get to the activity faster. I want to participate. I want to participate in the game. I don't want to sit around. I don't want to sit around for, hours and days on end trying to get the thing I'm looking for PvP. If you're about to say, oh, but alphas, gammas, no. Those are cosmetics. That's different. Shut up. When it actually affects gameplay, I don't want to be spending, days or potentially days on it. So yeah, that's my problem with secret abilities. Make them accessible, please. Anyway. Hey man, this game isn't hard, just don't play it. Okay, anyway. I'm trying to get back on track to the original topic. To the original topic I was getting on. Cephalops has been Ubers for a long time. I don't know specifically how long. I don't feel like going back to look. Anyway. Yeah, let's go back to this. And yeah, I have not exactly been super consistent. Let's see, how long? Oh yeah, it's been like almost 5 years since this game came out, so I can scroll for a while. I still think the majority of my videos... Alright, yeah, this was the first one. I still think the majority of my videos are Brick Bronze. But, oh yeah, I guess I should be on the UMV. Okay. So, yeah. Baseline, I haven't exactly been active since Brick Bronze died. So let's dive into the specifics of that. I want to level with you. I actually have not lost interest in the concept of creating content. I haven't. I still want to do it. I still very much so want to do it. So the question is, why haven't I? Like I showed you, I literally have what I want written down for the Skellig video already done. It's already all written there. So why haven't I recorded it yet? Prep sucks? No, this has actually nothing to do with prep. It has nothing to do with prep because I don't need prep because to record about Skellig when I literally have everything I need. Everything I need in game, I already have it. I'm not missing any pieces in game. I don't want to edit. No, that's not it at all. It literally has nothing to do with my lack of desire to do it. I desire to do it, so why don't I? The answer to that question is I don't know. I simply do not know. It is a thing of okay. Let me provide some context. Because right now it's just making me sound like, oh yeah, you're just lazy. To which, even after this, some people may take that away, and that's completely fine. I don't necessarily care. So I have had to put it in what I don't want to make it sound like I'm blaming this entirely, but I believe I've got some problems. Maybe I'm not motivated enough. No. So I got, maybe it's the hair. Yeah, it's the hair, guys. Yep, 100%. I need long hair. Long hair eat is the only way to, I mean, yeah, there's some of that, Karam. There's always been some of that, but I'm like, I know what I'm about to do. Like, the Skellig thing isn't going to be lazy or bad content. I know that for a fact. The hair is fire. I agree. I like my hair. It's one of the few physical aspects about myself that I actually like. I've always had problems with a poor self-image, but the hair is not part of it. But to put it simply, or not put it simply, something I've never once considered to be a problem with me, even though it's actually been relevant in my family. ADHD. So, I'm not saying I have it, because I've not been checked for it. I'm not trying to self-diagnose, but it's recently come to my attention that it is very actually possible that, I have progressive, like, this is difficult to word. Epically, yeah, I'm getting into it right now. ADHD is definitely something that can make that a problem. So I plan to get tested for it. So we're gonna get into that because I hate the fact that it's like this. But let me go find the image I made because the other day, it was like yesterday or the day before, I decided to look up on the I decided to look up. I don't know where this is gonna pop up. Let's move that. All right. Let's move this. Call it symptoms. Now I'm not trying to say I'm blaming this because again, I don't know for sure. There's no way to know unless I have professional, someone who knows how to diagnose it. Therapy sounding really good right now. I've always hated the concept of therapy, but... So I looked up some symptoms, and so ADHD has inattention and hyperactivity parts to it. And I looked at the inattention symptoms, and as you can see here, I've put some check marks as to ones that would apply to me. So often fails to give close attention to details or makes careless mistakes in schoolwork, at work, or with other activities. That's not me. I don't really do that. We all know I have I like attention to detail. Often has troubles holding attention on tasks or play activities. You know how I always say that I've looked into it further than this. This is just a basic layout. I've looked into these more deeply. This second part also includes, or the second list also includes, actually no, the last ones. The last one includes what I'm about to talk about. So this last one is often forgetful in daily activities. You know how I just randomly forget what I'm talking about? But I did it earlier. I'll just be talking and then I'll just completely randomly forget what I'm talking about. Even the check marks show I have ADHD. Why did the check marks show I have ADHD? They're check marks made on my mouse. What? Yeah, what were we talking about? That's like one of my signature phrases at this point. Oh my god, I just completely forgot my tangent. Hold up, roll it back. Yes, often forgetful in my daily activities. So basically, what your brain, your brain will just just gets distracted by literally everything, which is what's happening right now. I'm trying to do this UMV, and I completely forgot what I was talking about, right? So that last check mark 100% applies to me. Second part, has often trouble holding attention on tasks or play activities. When I was writing this script, I was locked in. Did I always have? Again, I don't 100% have it. I'm not saying I do. I'm saying it's very possible. The possibility is definitely there. And I've only really taken notice, Tsushima, recently, because I've always wrote it off because I thought I was a healthy guy. I thought I was perfectly fine. I was arrogant in that kind of way. I thought there was no problems with me. I just have a really high metabolism, or really fast metabolism, and that's pretty much the only thing wrong with me. I've always because in my family growing up, I was the only kid to not need glasses, and that kind of just, promoted that kind of just promoted that mindset that, oh, I'm perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with me. But I took some time to think about it. And my family does have a history, a very relevant history, with ADHD and autism, because they kind of can be linked together. Like my older brother has very mild autism, and his son, my nephew, has very significant autism. And then my uncle also has some of it. So it's very relevant in my family, so it wouldn't be out of the question. And so once I started thinking about the fact that, yeah, it could be possible, that's when I decided to look up symptoms or, very common ways to identify it. And thus I came across this list. I came across this list. So often doesn't seem to listen when spoken to directly. Dear God, I have the most clear-cut, 100% factual proof that this is very relevant for me. If Speeder were ever to show up in this stream, he could 1,000,000% vouch whenever we're in a voice call. And it's not like I'm not on stream. Like off stream, it happens literally every time where he will be talking to me and I just randomly like zone out and I'm not listening to him. My mind is somewhere else and I'll be like, oh, sorry, I completely missed what you just said. What was it? It happens every time without fail. And then, sometimes he'll need to repeat himself multiple times because even when he repeats it, my mind drifts off again. My mind just drifts off onto something else. So he'll sometimes have to repeat himself 2-3 times before my mind is finally... before I'm finally actually focused in enough to hear his whole sentence. So yeah, that's a thing that's definitely been happening. So I was like, wow, okay. And then what were some of the other points? Often does not follow through on instructions and fails to finish schoolwork, chores, or duties in the workplace. So remember when hold up. Let's look at some of the announcements I've made in Discord. Who remembers my... Oh yeah, who remembers my weekly uploads in 2024 announcement? or previous announcements in kind of like the Skellig video. Exactly, kind of like the Skellig video. Yeah, it's happened a lot. It's happened a lot. This has happened a lot. It's happened way too many times, and I'm not proud of it. Often has trouble organizing tasks and activities. I've always had organizational problems with this. I don't think that's really relevant to the problem, but I mean, it does pop up, so I did check it off. Often avoids, dislikes, or is reluctant to do tasks that require mental effort over a long period of time. Yeah. Yeah, y'all remember how I've talked about not wanting to do the how to use because they take too long, and I've been looking for ways to cut down on the time. I hate long projects. I hate them. Does this affect people socially? Yes. Often loses things necessary. No, I don't lose things. I'm fine. I can find the things I need. I don't lose them. Is often easily distracted. Yes. Doesn't exercise count? What do you mean? That's not something. That's not something that requires a mental effort over a long period of time. Exercising is I have a block of time and I exercise. That's like what, 30 minutes to an hour at most? That's not really what this is talking about. Is often forgetful in daily activities. You've literally seen it like 4 times already on stream where I just blank. Like right now I'm drawing the blank, but I don't think that's the same thing. Yeah, in the activity. Yes, I'm streaming and I forget what I'm doing. That is definitely like it's the beard. Okay, yeah, it's the beard. Have I ever consulted a doctor? I'm gonna get into that. I forget the lucky wheel spit. No, I did that first thing of the stream. It does require commitment. No, but like it. By this point right here, the often avoids, dislikes, or is reluctant to do tasks that require mental effort over a long period of time. It means sit down for a single activity and commit to that activity for a long period of time. The exercise itself is only taking like 30 minutes to an hour. I'm like, yeah, okay, let's get it over with. Sure. But like right now, or at least not right now, the way my how to uses are formatted, it takes 6 hours to make those. In terms of just editing, not recording or scripting either. I literally did Hunt Gamma Joltooth. That was streaming, and let's go back to the point of often forgetful in daily activities. My mind is very all over the place. All over the place whenever I stream. But yeah, that point doesn't mean like, oh, you're taking time out of every day to do something, thus it's a long commitment. It means long commitment on a single activity at once. Again, I'm not saying. Let's talk about this whole consult a doctor thing. So when I finally went and looked at the symptoms and stuff, there was also one about the hyperactivity stuff, and I have a couple of those, but they recommend, going to see what's up. Oh yeah, starting's always the hardest part, like, and it's the same way with like starting something both mentally and physically. It work the same way in terms of like how it works in terms of physics. There's always this static energy and kinetic energy. Static energy is the amount of things it takes to like start moving an object, Once you break that static energy, it'll start moving. And then the kinetic energy is how much it takes to keep it moving, and that's significantly less. It works the same way when you're trying to do an activity, too. Mentally, it takes more mental effort to start something than it takes to, like, work through it. And yeah, it's the same way with me, like, and Rod. It's so hard for me to, like, start something. Hyperactivity, it's like, I mean, you see it all the time with me on streaming. I'm always moving. Like, I'm always fidgeting, I'm always moving. I exert that kind of hyperactivity that is found in ADHD, but, like, some of these are just, like, whatever. But, what was I talking about? God. Anyway, sorry. I went to my mom because I was like, yo, I think I exert enough of these things that I should, you know, get checked out, see what happens, at least get an answer. Because that's something I've been lacking for years. I've been beating myself up about my lack of productivity when it comes to stuff like this because I just don't know why I'm not like I used to be with like Brick Bronze and stuff, where I would just post daily, whatever, who cares? And then I showed it to my mom, and she's like, yeah, maybe you should. And then I looked up the price in my area. It takes, on average, the average session for like, you know, when they're looking for ADHD and all that stuff, the average session in my area is $3,000 to $4,000 a session, and it can take up to 4 sessions. I have to pay $12,000 to $16,000 for a yes or no answer. And what made me even more mad about that, right? My mom told me her cataracts in her eyes have been getting worse, and it'll take $3,000 for her eye surgery. Her eye. So $6,000. That's cheaper than an ADHD session. Or that's cheaper than finding out whether or not you have ADHD. What? What? So basically, I finally found something where it's like, oh, if I can get an answer, then I can figure out the next step on how to get my life back on track, how to you know, do all that stuff, how to deal with it. But no, I'm not going through I'm not paying $12,000 to $16,000. I'm not doing that. So basically, what I'm deciding to do is well, there's more than just medication for ADHD, but I have no idea about like the side effects yet. I haven't looked that far into it. All I need next is a woman. Yeah, see, that's probably the hardest part about that, Ward. That's probably less likely than me forking over $12,000 to $16,000 for the American system is finding a woman. So basically, there's apps for that. No. True, Carrot, true, for sure. I got Riz? No, I have quite the opposite. Anyway, so what I've decided I'll do is, since I do, like, they recommend seeing someone as an adult if you exert at least five of these symptoms. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've determined, you know, I match 7 of those listed. So instead of going to confirm whether or not I have it, I'm going to operate under the assumption that there is some degree of problem in regards to that. The sessions, Tsushima, it's like a very incredibly intensive background check, very detailed report on your lifestyle and how you lived your life. Yeah, that's basically what it is. And then they run some tests on oh yeah, I do have some hyperfixation issues as well, don't worry. But what I'm doing is I'm going to operate under the assumption that there is some degree of problem. That there is there was some website I was on. It wasn't just like your average Joe has ADHD.com. It was a reliable source. It had a bunch of like step-by-step things to help, you know, combat those kinds of problems. So I'm just going to look through those steps and try applying them to my life. It's a much cheaper option. It's a much cheaper option at the very reasonable price of free. And worst case scenario, I practice healthier habits. Though, I guess worst case scenario is I attempt to practice healthier habits and I still get nothing done, because maybe there is something actually wrong with me that I need medication for, but I can't get the medication without actually being diagnosed, and I'm not getting diagnosed because it costs $12,000 to $60,000, which that would be the worst case scenario. Oh yeah, that's what they do with ADHD as well, or because there's no medication that like fits everybody in regards to ADHD. They will literally put you on med trials until they find something that works. And it's like, wow, that's kind of silly. But yeah, I don't want to say I 100% have it or blame my lack of everything on it, because I don't want to take away all accountability for myself. Although I will say I have been very hard on myself. Like another common thing of ADHD is a lot of intense feelings of guilt and shame. And I'll tell you right now, I definitely feel those in spades. Whenever I'm not doing something, I feel very guilty about it, especially because I always preach about not wanting to waste other people's time. Why would I want to waste my own time? I hate wasting time. So when I'm wasting my time, I just feel extremely guilty and shameful about it. And those are very relevant in ADHD habits as well. And again, I don't want to... I've said this so many times, but I'm just trying to make it extremely clear. I'm not trying to use this as like an excuse. An excuse to really play off anything I have or haven't done. Because I'm not trying to take away accountability for myself. Because at the end of the day, it's still me not doing the thing, regardless of the reason. You forgot Tales of Tenorio existed? I haven't forgotten they existed, but like there's nothing going on. It's a disability, but people have people are functional with like severe autism and stuff. So an attention deficiency. What have I been doing? There's a shard right here and I'm gonna miss it. Okay, so this is the edge of it. Can I do this? No. I'm gonna miss it. There we go, we got it. Anyway. Parents really have to start testing their kids at a young age. It is a lot cheaper to test kids than test adults, for sure. Although, they've said they have a lot less data on ADHD in adults, and I'm sitting here like, well, maybe the price tag is the problem. I have a feeling you get a lot more data if you made it not as stupidly expensive. Just some food for thought. All right, guys, can we not, like, every time I open my mouth about Tales of Tenorio, you guys are just doing nothing but, like, absolutely crapping on it. Oh, yeah, Warm. For sure, yeah. That's exactly what I want to rely on is ChatGPT for this, for sure. But, like, I get it. Tales of Tenorio has its problems. We don't have to constantly say it's a trash game every time somebody opens their mouth about it. Like, we get it. It's got problems. They're gonna try and work on them, even though it's like yes, it's happening slowly. It's not to people's likings. I don't actually care about that because I have a gazillion of them. Stop glazing TOT. Yeah. That's what I'm doing. It's glazing. I'm glazing it for sure. Yep. Yep, that's exactly what I'm doing. But anyway, back to the point. No, there was something else. There was something else very relevant. Oh no, I've forgotten. Okay, I talked about... I mean, if we want to talk about Tales of Tenorio, they said they're... what Physics said, they're sending out a new type chart later today, so that's something. He hasn't buffed your boy Ragoon. You got Rogue Assault. Well, Karam, it's not, I'm not gonna blame the online thing. That's more of a thing of, like, it's very easy. Like, the process of eliminating the online distractions is actually incredibly easy. It's just the thing of doing it. Like, you just don't open Twitter. You don't open Discord. Like Rogue worse than Mega on Ragoon on bulkier sets? Okay. I don't particularly care one way or the other, but to say it got nothing is a lie. Did it get anything relevant? You did it for a week, didn't change anything. Then you need to one, do it for longer and make sure you're actually doing something to fill that time that you're not doing it. Make sure you're actually being productive, and if you do it for long enough where it's like you do something while Twitter and stuff are off the table, they're not available to you, you train your mind eventually. You train your mind eventually to you train your mind eventually to associate the two together, where work equals no, or like being productive equals no Twitter, no Discord, all that stuff. Anyway. God, I just forgot what I was doing. You did that for 3 weeks and they got bored? That's exactly what you need to feel, actually. You need to feel that boredom. That's good. You need to feel the boredom. Because that means your mind is currently fighting it. Your mind is in the process of recognizing, hey, wait, this isn't what I'm usually doing. This doesn't feel good. That's what you need to be feeling, and then you need to fight through it. That's what you need. Like when you get to the point where it's like, okay, I'm really bored because Twitter and stuff isn't open, you don't have those distractions readily available to you. When your mind is actively fighting it, they hit you with uncomfortable feelings of boredom and stuff. And it's stuff similar. They'll give you all the different reasons to get back on to get back on those things you're quote unquote addicted to. The reason you didn't have them open was not for productive reasons, though? Well, regardless. Regardless, I mean, that's just steps you take to break addictions. But yeah, there was something else. Oh yeah, it's like the reason I'm bringing this up now is not because it's actually affecting my ability to make videos, because yeah, at that point I just kind of move on and try and do other stuff with my life. That's fine. Find other hobbies. But no, it's actually becoming a legitimate issue in my real life activities. Like the past, I mean, I wouldn't say the past week, but for sure the past week, it's been more than just the week, by the way, but for sure this past week, whenever I've gone to make dinner, right? Whenever it's like, oh yeah, it's dinner time, I'll work my way towards the kitchen, I'll completely zone out, and suddenly it's been an hour and I've just been pacing around my table thinking. I've just been distracted by my own thoughts, pacing around my table for an hour before I even get to starting my dinner. Like, and that's just one example. That's just one example of it. Like, I'll just randomly lose focus on what I'm doing and just pace around, or just be locked in my head for an hour. And my food is cold. No, my food is not cold because I've not actually made my dinner yet. It's before I've even started my dinner. I've gone, and then now I'm pacing around my table for an hour, and before I even realize what's happening. Like, no, the oven is not burning. The oven is not on. I did not actually make it to start the dinner. That's the thing. Although I have accidentally ruined a little bit of rice before because I got distracted by my mind and then the rice sat for too long. So yeah, it has affected cooking as well, but it's mostly just been like, you know, I guess the easiest way to put it is like my mind is making me a habitual procrastinator. By all technicalities, that's what it would be referred to as, because my mind always gets caught up in its own thoughts before it gets involved in the actual activity. So basically, what I'm trying to say is, I had this crap ready to go for Skellig, but my mind just won't lock in. That's basically what it is. I am struggling to just lock in. Because there have been times, like even yesterday, like, okay, it's time to record this video. And like as I'm opening up OBS, my mind just goes off into its own world, and before I know it, an hour or so has gone by. Does competition motivate me? No, because if it did, then I'd be motivated by Cotton Stoops' how to use stuff. Like I don't really care about the whole competition behind it all. I'll just post what I want when I want. I've ever left my lunch? Oh, you mean like leave the workplace during lunch or something like that? What motivates me? Good question. I have no idea. I have no clue. I'm level with you. I got no clue. Like, I can identify that, yes, I want to do this. I'll never... I could not tell you why. Leaving food at my workplace? No, I've never done that. Have I ever gotten my lunch stolen? No. No, I have not. Understanding my whys? Yes, I should figure it out. I have no idea where to start. I would be attempting to figure it out if I knew where to start. But I don't know where to start. What's the name of this song? This, I believe, is Oras. Yeah, this is Oras's soaring, like the soaring music when you're up on the Latios and Latios. But yeah, I have no idea. Simply start by paying $1,000 for a service. True. Yep. Sounds like the right thing to do to me. Like, I'm not saying I'm incompetent at like following lines of logic to arrive at a conclusion. Like, you know, what do I feel? No, I mean, that's the problem, is I suck at feeling. I've always been bad at like emotions. Like, what do I feel when a video pops off? I don't know, just kind of happens. What do I enjoy about streaming videos? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I just like it. I don't know. I just like it. Why do I like it? I don't know. That could be a lost cause. True. Yep. Well, time to pack it up, boys. Not even ChatGPT could save me here. Like, trying to dissect why I like something and why I don't like something, it's difficult because emotions have been something I've never been good with anyway. And so I can never understand the root causes of like why I feel things. I don't know. I don't need to know why, as long as I just do it. Yeah, okay. See, knowing why helps you... See, if you know why you like something, it helps you figure out why you don't like something, and it kind of spirals into other things. And part of my problem when it comes to, like, deducing this stuff is I don't know why I like anything. Oh god, Darth, don't even joke about that garbage. Ew. Like, I could not tell you the first thing about, like, what motivates me. All I know is there are a lot of times I don't feel motivated. I've ever had a centipede on my face? No. And I don't think I'm particularly looking to have that happen. What's BetterHelp? It's a online therapy kind of thing that said they promised not to sell your data and like stuff from like the sessions, but they've had proof of them actually selling your data from the sessions. So it's not a private thing at all because they sell your data. But dang, the amount of big creators that have contracts with them is crazy. All right, see ya, Warren. Don't overthink. Oh no, well that's gonna happen all the time. Another common problem with people with ADHD. Fun fact. Again, not saying I have it. I'm just saying it's something I can relate to. Is the inability to quote unquote turn off your brain. And what I mean by that is slow down your thinking. Like, you can't let your brain relax, essentially. And I cannot tell you the amount of nights I've lost tons of sleep because my mind would not quote unquote turn off. I'll just there are so many nights where my mind is just snapping, going rapid firing at all of the things, and I just can't fall asleep for hours on end. But yeah, basically, my mind goes everywhere all of the time, and it just happens. It's not very common where it lines up with what I'm wanting to do, and so I'll just accidentally lose an hour, spend an hour doing absolutely nothing because my mind is going 7 miles a minute. Do I dream? Yes, I have dreams. Yes, I do indeed dream. I'm also a visual thinker, so which definitely I could say probably aids in the whole zoning out crap, because like if I'm when my mind zones out into other places, I will like, it's not like a full-on image, but like there'll be like a vague foggy, like, not vision, because I'm not trying to say I see things that aren't real, but like my mind will just picture various things when I'm zoned out, and so then my focus shifts to it, and so that is a thing. But yeah, it's basically I can't focus. If we want to TLDR this entire stream, I cannot focus. I just can't. It's become incredibly problematic. Like, I am terrified to drive because of how often I just zone out. And a lot of people say, oh, you don't really zone out when you're driving because you're actively involved in it. And I'm sitting here like, well, I'm actively involved with like the stream and stuff, and I still just randomly blip out of existence and come back and completely forget what I was doing. And the thought of that happening while I'm driving terrifies me. So if it hasn't been obvious, I'm currently not driving anything. I don't want to drive anything. But yeah. Thoughts on Snaggoop and Ragoon? Snaggoop is funny, Ragoon is unfortunate. I feel like you could use Ragoon for a couple funny shenanigans, but overall it's generally not 100% worth it. So I use the bus and Ubers. Luckily, my area is small enough where I could just walk everywhere. I just walk everywhere. I live in a smaller area. But yeah, it's leak the area. Yeah, I got you. Spoiler alert, I did not have you. I lied on the internet. Oops. Yeah, no. It's you know, it's fine. I think I'll pass on that, Darth. I think I'm good. I will not be getting this because it's physically impossible. But yeah, it's essentially my main issue right now is the fact I cannot focus my mind on anything. Or it's just I cannot lock in and get stuff done. Like I've wanted to get the Skellig video done. It's just I don't know. I don't know what it is about hitting the record button. Whenever I go to do it, my mind will just wander off for another hour or so. And then it's like, well, I gotta go do other stuff now. And then stuff never gets done. Which is not fun. Not a fan. So I want answers, but unfortunately answers are too expensive. So I have to operate under assumptions, and I hate assuming. I also talked to my stepdad about it, and he's like, "You're stupid. You're fine." And I'm like, "Well, gee, thanks for your professional analysis." I didn't say that out loud, but I was like, that's how I felt about it. Thank you for your professional analysis. That, yeah, you're dumb. That was basically what happened when I talked to him about it. I was like, yeah, gee, thanks. What is my full government name? Gee, I wonder. That's my name. Gee, I wonder. Indeed, Darth. That's exactly why. Responses like that are exactly why people don't ever seek help for serious problems. That's definitely because people just completely write off your problems and just like, yep, nope, you're dumb. Nope, not a problem. See, I don't actually have friends. So I do not have I have zero social life in like in terms of like keep real person to person interaction. I obviously have online people, but I do not actually have any friends at all. I have none. My social life is non-existent. And I'm not exaggerating. Like, I literally have not gone out to do anything with people casually. Like, there's never been a non-transactional interaction with another person that's not immediate family for what? 5 years? 4.5 years? 4.5 years. I should go to church. No. No. I am definitely atheist. I don't believe in the whole God concept. And nor will I pretend to just for the sake of seeing people. God isn't real, and neither is that way of making friends. Got him. But yeah, that's a thing. God isn't real. Cancel him. True. True. I should try if it doesn't break. I'll say this right now. I am not in a comfortable position to just drop that on a yes or no question. Go outside, find something I like. Yeah, okay. Let me just generate some idea of what I like, and that involves outside. Yeah, I've got. There is nothing out there that's making me like, yeah, I want to do that. Like, there's nothing. I'm not interested in much of anything, unfortunately. My hobbies include occasionally skateboarding outside. And no, that does not mean I want to go to a skate park and interact with people. No, I just casually do it, and I go home. That's the extent of my interest in it. I'm not trying to do any tricks, show off, or any of that kind of stuff. I obviously have the whole streaming hobby, but it's a hobby, and I will say I do live near someone, or near being relative. I do live closer to someone than I expected that also does streaming and stuff. So technically, that does mean I could, go visit them in real life, interact with them. Time, effort, and motivation. Yeah, okay. But I do not feel like, again, like I said, driving is pretty much a no-go for me. I won't be doing any of that. And, yeah. It's just, yeah, streaming's not exactly the hobby you make real friends in. If it happens, it happens. It's not something you can really force. Like, if you meet somebody while you're in an area doing something specific, then it can work. But, like, forcing it doesn't really work. Because imagine, like, ways to quote-unquote force it would to be show up to like the streaming events But like, how awkward is it to show up to like events like that where you're not invited to? Like, content creators, other streamers, they don't feel comfortable with people that just kind of shoehorn their way into those kinds of places. So yeah, streaming's not necessarily a viable hobby to make friends with, and I'm not really interested in much else. Like, streaming is fun. I occasionally do some skateboarding, and that's pretty much the extent of my hobbies. I mean, I could probably get into coding as well, but like, again, it's the same thing where it's not really viable for making real friends. Become a VGC player. I don't have interest. I'm not supporting. One, I'm not supporting the games anymore. Like, I'm not buying a game until it's proven that it's actually good. I'm done buying Pokemon games because they've all been, and I'm not, no. I'm not supporting it. Oops, I was not looking at my thing. Oh well. Oh no. Also, I just realized because I'm doing all this mining, that would also imply that there will eventually be fossil revives, which means more attempts at my own Joltooth. Because the Joltooth I always have following me around is not actually mine. Not my OT. So no, I need to. No, I don't get the Colossotrops part. No. Anyway. But yeah. I kind of went over the big problem I've been having lately, so. And lately is relative. It's just been like I can very much notice that it's getting worse. How would I rate the new roamers? Oh, Fish on the bottom, then Behemoth, then Morphezu. Morphezu's easily the best one, and it's really freaking good. Saying it's walled by metals is extremely short-sighted because only the melee metals are actually going to want to take it on. The ranged ones are just going to get set up on. They got to fix Expert Onslaught. They already did. They fixed that the Monday after it came out. So, yeah. Oh. Nice. You don't want to be like me. I am not a model person, or I'm not somebody you want to model yourself after. Don't do it. If you want to live a good life, do not be like me. But yeah, that's all I gotta say. How do I have a blur sound while streaming? Because I'm just built like that. It's not hard. I just have a button I press and it makes the sound. Not difficult. I pulled a pro gamer move. Wow. You really thought you're copying me? I can't believe it. The ability to drive, or being able to drive equals the ability to find something to do. That's not necessarily 100% accurate, but it does expand your options 100%. Like, 1 gazillion%. Because now we're operating under the assumption that I cannot drive, and that's not the case. I just don't feel comfortable driving given my inattentiveness. I will just randomly zone out, and that's not exactly something you want to do while you're driving. Oh no. Somebody's sharing that dumb post in my server. If anybody's seen that one Himber and Lady post, there's now a Zulong and Lady post, and somebody said, mentioned a Tatab and Lady version. I'll be doing none of that. I'll be doing none of the hearing you out. But yeah, technically I could use this time, instead of streaming, I could record the Skellig video and finally get that going. And yeah, I just don't know if I'd lock in for it. I don't know why, but streaming's pretty easy to get going for me. I don't really struggle to set up a stream and do it. I don't know why. I could not explain to you why. Why don't I do it live? Because no. I'm not. No, I don't want to have all the blooper or cut parts being recorded. I don't see recording as a task either. Like, there have been times where I don't stream because it felt like a chore. Like, I do this because it's fun, and when it's not fun, I don't do it. But for some reason, like, even though I do like the process of making a video, I don't know. For some reason, hitting the record button's a lot harder than hitting the stream button. Which is crazy because they're right next to each other. Mysteries. One like. Let's go! Let's go! We got the like. But we need Ragoon and Lady. Okay, well, we're out of here. We don't need any of that. What was I talking about? Oh no. What was I talking about? Was I talking about anything? Streaming versus recording. Oh. I guess I did kind of finish that up then. Alright, cool. I thought I zoned out during something, but no, I kind of finished that thought. Like, I'd have more to say if I knew why I find streaming easier than video making. Well, rest of pepperoni. Alright. There was also one kind of there was also a kind of video I wanted to do, but again, videos are definitely one of the things of all time for me right now. Where I wanted to do my own kind of like quote unquote patch notes for the 2.0 update, where I just put in a bunch of things that aren't already planned for the update, like things I would change. But again, making videos is fun. I also want to do a video about like why Lashent is on top of the meta right now in terms of like tournaments. I wanted to do that, but again, video making is hard. I don't know. I'm trying to think about like why. Like I have these video ideas, and they're not bad ideas, but I just struggle with getting it going. Putting more work on my plate in the future. I don't know. I don't really. I mean, I guess if I didn't see editing as a kind of workload, then I wouldn't care about how long it takes. But that's not necessarily the case either. I don't know. It's a bundle of mysteries for me. I need to figure out I need to figure out the logic behind it all. Yeah, I don't know. I do not know. Do I plan on reviving anything? Nah, there's always some kind of logic to it, Roof. There's always some kind of logic. Dang, I've got 4 of these. Alright, do I want to revive anything? Eh, not really. I do not believe there's anything that cannot have a line of logic, or that just doesn't have a line of logic to it. If I can't put a line of logic to it, it's because I haven't figured out said line of logic yet. Dang, he was not loaded in yet. Did not look pretty. What about you? Ooh. I mean, I kind of voiced my problems. There's not really much I can do. I mean, like, voicing the problems just kind of puts it out there. It doesn't really figure anything out for myself. I don't know. I'll probably cut the stream there, though. I've kind of talked about the things I want to talk about. So, I'm a hop off. You guys enjoy the rest of your day, morning, afternoon, evening, night, whatever it is. Make it a good one. I'm out of here. Bye-bye.